Gumi, I'm talking, you are the one. I'm using this opportunity now. Let the federal government checkmate Gumi. He is the chief architect of #1 kidnapper, #1 terrorist, #1 problem that Nigeria have. Federal government should look into that man. Mr. Gumi or clergy Gumi or criminal Gumi or what is your name? Gumi, anything. Sheik Gumi was so far Gumi is there. Hear this. You are #1 terrorist. You are #1 murderer. You are #1 killer. You have been the one terrorizing Nigeria. With what is going on in Benue now, Plateau, Sokoto, and Kaduna, you have been the brain behind it. And you have got to say that Simon Ekpa is the one causing the killings in the southeast, not the governors. I want to ask a question. Is it Simon Ekpa that are the Nigerian army who went to attack Nnamdikanu in his house, intend to kill him, that led to Nnamdikanu escape before Nigeria kidnapped him from Kenya? Is it Simon Ekpa that turned to Nigerian army who started to kidnap the Igbos, the Igbo indigenes, and the one that they killed? Is it Simon Ekpa that sent armor tank house to house visit a murder case? I am asking Gumi, listen and listen to me very carefully. Before we start hearing Simon Ekpa, you, Gumi, are the one negotiating with the federal government that they should treat fairness to Boko Haram. That they should, you are the one that have been going to negotiate with Boko Haram and coming to federal government, telling them to under Buhari regime, telling Nigeria what to do. You have been the chief architect of the kidnapping that have been going on in Nigeria. Gumi, I'm talking, you are the one. I'm using this opportunity now. Let the federal government checkmate Gumi. He is the chief architect of #1 kidnapper, #1 terrorist, #1 problem that Nigeria have. Federal government should look into that man.
But he says he's a religious scholar, you know. He's a scholar.
If he's a religious scholar, who is Simon Ekpa? Simon Ekpa too, is he not a religious scholar?
He said that's not the way nnamdikanu, you know, was, you know, fighting for his people.
Hello, Gumi, listen and listen good. Tuji, your brother, are you not the one empowering him and sponsoring him? Tuji, the present one now, that is terrorizing the whole north. Is he not your brother? Are you not the one financing him? Federal government should checkmate him. Gumi, federal government should checkmate you. You have been the brain behind all the atrocities that have been going on, not just in the north alone, but all the Federation of Nigeria. Go to Benue, Gumi, your hand is there. Plateau killing, your hand is there. Even the raping in Enugu State, your hand is there. What Uzodinma is your friend, and you are the one that told you help and gave hope to all the criminal militaries that went to the east in disguise to be killing the innocent souls. And you are here talking. Gumi, respect yourself. Go and sit down. East is not north. East, I repeat, eastern region is not northern region. That you people can, you wake up as a terrorist, call yourself herdsman, you stand up and begin to kill the Hausas, and you think you can go to east and try that. If you dare try, even you Gumi, if you dare try it, the boy you will come and mess up, you go collect, thunder fire you there.
But you know, I think what pained him was, he said, you know,
he shouldn't have any pain.
He said the killings in the south is getting too much.
Is it not the army that is killing the Igbos?
And believes that Ekpa is funding them, funding the
hello,
the
excuse me. He says Simon Ekpa funding them. Simon Ekpa is not funding them, he's defending his people. Simon Ekpa is defending his people. You talk of nnamdikanu. Everybody, the way Ojukwu started Biafra is different from the way Mazen Nnamdikanu. And the way of Mazen Nnamdikanu, you shouldn't expect Simon Ekpa to go that way.
But he said that you know, Igbo and Badejo, you know, Mitiala Badejo, those guys, they were, you know, they were agitating, you know, without, you know, killing people, you know.
He said, go on. Go on.
No, Badejo, Mitiala Badejo and Sunday Igbo, they were not killing people when they were, you know, agitating.
Hello,
they were not killing people in their cities.
Excuse me. What brought Sunday Igbo out? If Sunday Igbo come outside, it doesn't have liver to kill. It doesn't mean that in the east you come and mess up. Fulani say, hear this. We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't need you. We don't need you. Gumi and his brothers. We don't want you people. You come, you kill, you rape. Such rubbish. It's an abomination in the eastern region. So if anybody rise up to defend, whichever way can defend the people, let the person go ahead and do it in the southeast. And which I believe that Simon Ekpa has seen it as this is the best way to defend, to protect, to secure every citizen of Biafra that is in a Biafra land. Because enough of this nonsense. Then all the herdsmen have been killing, raping, and doing all sort of nonsense. Federal government has not done anything, including you bastard. You've not said anything. Then the remaining ones are trying to defend themselves. Now you stand up to complain. You've not started complaining. You've not started complaining because what you people are doing. Very soon, look at Benue. Look at the Benue. Gumi, how many times have you stand up and caution them in Benue? But they are murdering people. Is this Simon Ekpa that is killing in Benue? In Plateau, is this Simon Ekpa that is killing there? The recent one that happened, is this Simon Ekpa? Why are you pointing to the east? Search your region. You and your bastard brothers.
From what you said, but the killing in the south is like we've seen Anambra, you know, in last 2 weeks we've seen the killings, you know, becoming much worse in Anambra in particular.
Who are they killing?
Just in the last week now, they killed youth were killed in Anambra.
Youth
you know,
were killed.
Yes, now
in Anambra.
Yes, they were killed in Anambra. By unknown gunmen.
By unknown gunmen. Who is unknown gunmen?
Unknown gunmen. At the same time, they also accuse the military of.
Who are the unknown gunmen?
At the same time, the military are accused of, you know, raiding people's home and, you know.
Is it not the military? Gumi brothers. They are the unknown gunmen and they are the military. And they are the one killing the innocent souls in the southeast. Why is he now channeling it to another person? It's like when you go into the forest and hit something, make noise. You come outside and begin to ask, who do that? You are the one, not Simon Ekpa. The Nigerian military, Gumi and his brothers, terrorists, are the one doing that in the southeast, not Simon Ekpa. Go to the east, the forest. And let me tell you this. You say Igbo did not do what? Kill anybody. But Igbo has been there. Igbo never come outside. What brought Igbo out? Was it not the killing of Gumi brothers, Gumi family? Gumi family killed the Yorubas. And to the point of killing a man who came from the United States of America to come and invest in his father's house, land, in a famine. The same Igbo sent his own brothers to go and slaughter the man in his own farmland, not Igbo farmland, not Gumi farmland though. Gumi sent his boys to go and kill the man in his own farmland, not Gumi farmland. That was what prompted Igbo to rise up. Of which, if not, I believe God and he himself, God behind him, supported him, they would have killed Igbo too for rising up. The same terrorists. which federal government fail to address. Listen to me and listen good. Federal government of Nigeria, the Republic of Nigeria, should first and foremost carry Igbo. They should say Igbo. They should arrest Gumi. Let them first arrest Gumi. When they arrest Gumi, they should torture him. Investigate Gumi very well, because Gumi is the brain behind of all the atrocities going on in Nigeria. I start by Benue, Plateau, Borno, Sokoto, Kaduna, the 2G or 2G, the recent one now, is Gumi brain behind that. Gumi knows about that guy. Gumi sponsors that guy. Gumi finances him. Gumi is the one doing all this. Federal government should go after Gumi. And Mr. Gumi, whatsoever you call yourself, shut up in the southeast. What you don't know, you don't speak it.
With money, luring them into joining ISWAP and Boko Haram. With money, don't you know that they have police there? Does it mean there are no soldiers there? What about the local hunters? What about the residents? Are they not being proactive to fight insurgency, insecurity in the northeast? Look at what we are seeing on the social media. And Nigerian soldiers and police are bent on pursuing and running after youths in the southeastern Nigeria, killing innocent Igbo boys, innocent Igbo youths, accusing them of all manner of terrorist attack. Just listen to yourself. Nigerians should listen to itself. Nigeria is not getting it right at all. The soldiers and the police, they should at least move their barracks to the north, because northern states, the entire north, are collapsing. They are falling before the terrorists. And if care is not taken, 75% of Zamfara state is going to be ceded from the political bigots who are catching in from the security, as suggested by Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Of course, that's why I say the woman is talking like a prophet. They are catching out this time around. You see the bandits filling their bags with Naira currency, showing it on the social media, recruiting people in the northeast there.
What are the army and the police? What are they doing?
Borno State, Meduguri residents, they are what? Enrolling some of those residents. And say that Okonjo-Iweala is like a prophet. She actually hit the nail on the head by, coming out with that statement that Nigerian political elites, political, juggernauts in Nigeria are catching out this time around, leveraging on the insecurity that has, ravaged the country in recent time. Especially, you can see Metawale is a current defense minister and the former governor of, I think, Zamfara State, isn't it? Yeah. Then again, you can see the ISWAP operatives or jihadists. They are from northeastern Nigeria, where Kachima Chetima comes from. Then again, you will see what Tinubu said in the recent time about the Igbos, burning down their shops, castigating them, matching them on the head, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You will find out that the problem we have this time around is too complex. It's a problem of, various compartments. Why? The ISWAP are catching fat. Ask me why. Kachima Chetima is former governor of Borno State. Then again, who are the ISWAP? ISWAP is a group of terrorists merged currently with the Boko Haram insurgents in the northeastern Nigeria, where Chetima was formerly the governor. Then again, we are talking about the kind of operation we are seeing this time around currently in Zamfara State, where the bandits have seized almost 1/4 of the whole state of Zamfara. And you know that Metawala was the former governor of that state and is the current defense minister. That's why I'm telling you that they are actually cashing out this time around, leveraging on insecurity that has, been encroaching across Nigeria. The man you call Chetima is an agent. Previously with bandits, and the currently we can see the bandits operations in the northeast. The operation of the ASWAP and Boko Haram has been thickening up by the day in the northeastern Nigeria. Why? Because they are henchmen, they are sponsors, the people that are at least making, inflaming the fuel of insurgency in the northeast and core north are the one on the power. They are the one on the corridor of power currently. So that's why you see it coming up, by the day, thickening up, causing loss and loss of, food scarcity, loss and loss of insecurity in the highway, along Abuja, along Kaduna, along Zamfara highway. The bandits, and what do you call them? What do you call them? Those bandits that are operating in Zamfara, they are coming and gathering up by order by day. I don't know what to understand. Yeah. So the reason why is that their henchmen, their supporters are the one, mainly in government. I don't know what to understand me. Their supporters are the one, mainly in government this time around. That's why they are very, very strong, and they are growing stronger and stronger by the day. What do you think you can do them? Metawala is the defense, at least, Minister of Defense this time around. Then what do you think you can do to them? In Zamfara, where Metawala was the former governor of the state. If you look at the way the growth of bandits, the growth of terrorists are increasing in Zamfara, you will know that at least these people, they have Godfather. They have backup. They have stronghold. People that are strongly behind them, financially and otherwise. I don't know if you understand. They have sponsors, key actors in the state, key state actors. If there is no state structures that are supporting banditry in Zamfara, I don't think by this time around we will be singing bandit that we sang and lamented about during Buhari regime is getting more backbone, more strength, second by second, minute by minute in Zamfara state. Don't you know that something is wrong? I'm telling you exactly how it is. They are growing stronger and stronger because of that Matawale. The same Matawale was the former governor of Zamfara. When this insecurity was at its peak, it's supposed to have gone down. Another person has taken the position of Matawale, but is getting worse and worse by the day. Just think about Kanuris, the tribe from where Chetima comes from. These people are the ones that are largely constituting Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, and they are getting stronger and stronger by the day in Borno state. By this time around, Boko Haram is supposed to have gone down. After all, Buhari is no longer there. A new administration has ensued. So what are we saying in Nigeria here? These people, they have the political backup. Their backbones, their strength, their dynamism is coming from the political bigots who are catching in from the security as suggested by Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Of course, that's why I say the woman is talking like a prophet. They are catching out this time around. You see the bandits filling their bags with Naira currency, showing it on the social media, recruiting people in the northeast there.
What are the army and the police? What are they doing?
State, Meduguri residents, they are what? Enrolling some of those residents with money, luring them into joining ISWAP and Boko Haram with money. Don't you know that they have police there? Does it mean there are no soldiers there? What about the local hunters? What about the residents? Are they not being proactive to fight insurgency, insecurity in the northeast? Look at what we are seeing on the social media. And Nigerian soldiers and police are bent on pursuing and running after youths in the southeastern Nigeria, killing innocent Igbo boys, innocent Igbo youths, accusing them of all manner of terrorist attack. Just listen to yourself. Nigerians should listen to itself. Nigeria is not getting it right at all. The soldiers and the police, they should at least move their barracks to the north, because northern states, the entire north, are collapsing. They are falling before the terrorists. And if care is not taken, 75% of Zamfara state is going to be ceded to the extremists very, very soon.
Do you not think so? What the army now and the police, the security agencies, but they keep on they're not saying anything as regards it. They keep mute. Do you not think it's our time now? The Nigerian military, leave the southeast alone and face the north, where I feel majority of the insecurity in Nigeria is facing. You know, the northern people, they really, you know, they really need help as regards to security.
Living south is their perceived enemy, the worst enemy Nigeria has ever had for 54 years now. After the Biafra Nigerian Civil War, their major perceived enemies in this country are the Igbos. They have never seen anything Igbo man has done, but still, they had the Igbo man in mind because they know that we are the persons of interest in Nigeria. If any administration has come without bringing or maltreating the Igbos, such administration has not started. You can tell me what the Enugu youth, Anambra youth or Abia youths are doing to Nigerian security officers that has warranted killing and shooting over 27 youths in Enugu state, accusing them of all manners of criminality. Now, listen and listen good. It is better for the two mechanized division of Enugu to shift its base from Enugu to Zamfara. It is better for its two mechanized division of Owode, Ogun State to shift that barrack to where? Borno State. Because the North is dying. The North is going down. They are succumbing to Islamization process that someone introduced from Iran, Shiite Muslim. Who are the sponsors of ISWAP? Where do they come from? They migrated from Middle East Europe. The extremists Hezbollah, the extremists Al-Qaeda from Yemen, the ISIS from Afghanistan, the what do you call them again? Many of them here are from Middle East. Iran is the mostly sponsor of what is happening in northern Nigeria. Nigerian security officials are aggrieved against innocent Igbos who have been asking for self-determination to stay on their own. They could no longer see anything right about Igbo man. What they do is march over 1,000 checkpoints. Imagine from Asaba to where Igbo land enters, join Atlantic Ocean. Everywhere in Igbo land, military checkpoint. Aba to Port Harcourt, military checkpoint. Umuahia to Kigbe, to Enugu, military checkpoint. Over 3,000 doing nothing, but even abating insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria. Do you know that most of the kidnappers from Fulani herdsmen, they can do with a stone throw from military checkpoint, thereby allowing subjecting the Igbo indigenes to this kind of traumatic trauma, traumatic psychological trauma that this military are abating, kidnapping, banditry and armed robbery in Igbo land.